にしてってんじゃん。
No, I've decided to come into the house today for a
So I'm just going to
for a change. Right, I am going to start recording that.
turn that down, right, so I can't hear myself. Right, let's get started then. Got Michelle saying she's just getting home. Right, yeah, no problems. We'll keep an eye on people turning up. So obviously tonight, really, really very exciting. This is going to be the launch of the Networxx system. We've got some guys coming in through part of our other systems, because we're going to drill down into something we're doing with the advertising as well, which is quite exciting, and just get a firm understanding of that. So some people who are joining this have seen our older versions of the Diva system as well. So this is absolutely brand new. It's got some totally brand new features, and I'm sure you're going to absolutely love it. So I'm going to get straight into it. The first part is just a very short presentation, which some of you may have seen me do parts of this before, but it really drills down into why we've built this system and what problems the Networxx system actually solves. So I'm going to start sharing my screen for this one, and starting in the wrong place, obviously. Let's just... Right, so this is all to do with barriers to success for network marketing. And as I go through these, I'm going to explain what it is that our system does, which overcomes every single one of these. I am going to be firing through this. I aim to have the whole thing done within 45 minutes start to finish. If any time you decide that you want to disappear off, get the system, jump in, buy into the advertising, this is live absolutely straight away. This is live now. And if you want to, at any point, go to superstarbots.com/Networxx. That's with 2 X's, Networxx. For the guys that have got their own systems, you can buy into advertising through your own system. Right, let's go. So barriers to success in network marketing. And the first one is fear of rejection. And for old hands like Simon, how many times have people told you no, that they're not interested, or ghosted you, or that sort of thing? It's depressing. People don't like to hear no. They've probably heard an awful lot worse, if you've been doing this for some time. What if there was a system where you actually only spoke to the people who said they were interested in your opportunity or your product? The Networxx system has a chatbot in here, which is a highly converting chatbot. It actually goes through a process, asks people questions, and actually then only puts you in touch and prompts a one-on-one conversation with people who said, yes, I want to know more, plus told you a lot more about themselves. Second one is inability to prospect face-to-face. Now more than ever. I mean, whose business has changed massively because of COVID? A couple of years ago, certainly, a lot of the guys we used to work with, say in the travel industry, their whole business model was, let's get 200 people into a hotel room and get them all sitting next to each other and hugging and holding hands. The times have changed, and now people are not as keen to prospect face to face. What we've created here is a way for you to prospect online anywhere at all. Remember, Facebook went down last week when we were trying to do this first time? This system is not now dependent on Facebook. So if Facebook goes down, your business doesn't. You're still going to be there with this full online marketing platform. Perceived lack of credibility. Now, a lot of the network marketing companies at the moment, especially perhaps if you're in the health business or if you're in crypto or something like that, somebody brand new that joins your team won't have the knowledge or skills to talk about that product properly, especially if you're talking the health side. If they're going out there making claims which are untrue, that could get your entire company into trouble. So by using this system, actually, you're putting out a compliant message, and the person doesn't need to worry about credibility because it's a process which is already set for them. They don't need to worry about saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. They don't know how to generate leads. So again, some people in this meeting are absolute experts at going out there and creating business for themselves. That isn't the same for everybody. Most people are not natural salespeople. So they don't know how to get out there and get those organic leads, how to go out there and do that, or perhaps wouldn't know how to get started in advertising. This system actually has training in there from another absolute legend from the Brooks family. So Fraser, this is absolute brand new training exclusive to us, and it's quite substantial that anyone can come in and learn how to get started within their network marketing business. Really get a prompt of how to go out there and just actually start earning some money, which is quite a key thing. So they don't know how to generate leads. And then when they get the leads, they don't know what to do with them. And we've seen this time and time again, that we'll give people names and phone numbers and email addresses and what the current situation is and why they want to change. And do you know what they do with them? Either nothing, or remember those friend requests and cut and paste messages that we've all had, that sort of thing. So they don't know what to do with them. And again, the process is there that actually shows you this is the next step. Part of the training is what to do, how not to spam people, how to bring people to the next step of the process. Here's a big one: failure to follow up. The failure is in the follow-ups. This system actually follows up for you. Sometimes no actually means not yet. So some people aren't ready to just go and jump in now. I can see that Steph has just joined this call, and she's really good at this. She constantly follows up with people from past advertising campaigns, and seems to be regularly taking people on because she's following up. If you've been in this business for a couple of years, let's say you've been in the network marketing space for 2 years, how many of the people that you've spoken to in the last 2 years have you that it didn't go anywhere? They were maybe a bit interested, but it didn't sign up. How many of them have you followed up with recently? Now, what if there was a system that did all of that for you, that constantly went back, and when it's the right time, the person is then going to be interested in having a conversation with you. Right conversation, right person, right time. It's not always the moment they jump at an advert. You don't have the marketing tools. Again, network marketing businesses, they're great at giving you replicated websites. You've got this where you can go and sign somebody up. You don't need to create your own website. But is that a marketing tool? It probably isn't. It's not something that you could send someone to actually get them interested in your business. What I'm showing you here today is a full marketing platform. It goes from, it can be used anywhere across social media. It's into highly converting chatbot flows, which we specialize in, into email marketing. The full system is an actual full stack marketing platform that anybody that has no knowledge whatsoever of systems or processes or social media can be up and running within 2 minutes flat. You can't duplicate the leader's success and process. And again, you'll see this, a complaint often is that, well, it's just the guys at the top that make all the money. And it's really the guys that are there are good at what they're doing, and they are all looking for a way that they can duplicate this process, because if their team is successful, then they're successful. So again, this process, this is something that anybody in your team can access and be using the same process and system so that everybody is successful. Which kind of brings me to another point, and that is, what is a funnel? And let's just divert for a second and look at what a funnel actually is. Now, if there are any comments over in Facebook, I don't know, Ollie, if you can perhaps keep an eye on those and shout them out if there's anything relevant that comes up, because I can't see what's going on over there. But let's have a look at what a funnel actually is. And I don't know which. Can you see what's a funnel? Can you see the other funnel? Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, share the wrong screen. Allow me to just find the right screen here. Okay, so can you now see where A V-shaped, says basic funnel. Right.
Mhm.
So let's talk, generally speaking, what a funnel looks like. For those of you who aren't marketers, you have an entry point, and an entry point in this instance could be if you're prospecting in Facebook groups or adverts or on LinkedIn or Instagram or TikTok or wherever you happen to be engaging with people and bringing them into speaking to you. The next part is where you pre-qualify and educate people. So tell them more about your business, get them interested, rather than just that pitch them, you're going to tell them about it and get them excited about it and make sure that they're in the right place for it. Not speaking to people who haven't got any money, basically. And then convert. That's it, job done. So do you think that that works as a funnel for a network marketer? That pre-qualify, educate them, convert them, that's it. Your job's finished and everyone's good to go. Because actually, if you end your funnel, if you end your process at conversion, you're setting everyone up to fail. So let's have a look what it should look like. So there's that first part. That's quite correct, that you'll get to conversion. Now, let's say I've got 10 people that I've just left at conversion. What's going to happen if I do nothing with them? It's probably that 10 of them are going to fail. And then all I'm doing when I'm prospecting is replacing those 10 people over and over again. So what you really need to do at that point is show them how to actually get started. So this could be back office, it could be other Facebook groups they need to be in, WhatsApp chats they need to be in, Telegram groups they need to be in, customer groups, trainings that they need to watch. So what is it that they need to do technically to be working? Next one is social onboarding. Again, remember that people don't think they understand the business properly. Somebody brand new to the business, they need to get out there and be getting the message out there. What is it that they're supposed to post? They don't know. They don't know about the business. So they're sat there waiting for the phone to ring. So what is it that they need to put out on their socials, which is compliant and is going to get them having those conversations? The next one is accountability and DMO. So strangely enough, the people who are seeing success are the people who are putting some work into it, who are actually just going out there and being consistent with relatively simple tasks, posting, engaging, friend requesting people, speaking to people. You're in network marketing. The people who are complaining that they aren't being successful aren't networking or marketing. So if you've got a way to keep them accountable, then that's going to be a big part of your funnel. And then the next one is duplication. So actually, everybody that you've got in here at that conversion point, if they have this exact process, then more of the people they take on are successful. And what that leads to is exponential growth, that snowball effect with regards to your business. So a funnel, a network marketer's funnel, should actually look like this. And we call this a snowball funnel. So bringing people in at that entry point, pre-qualifying and educating them, converting them, technical onboarding. What is it they need to do to actually have a business? Social onboarding. What is it they need to post? DMO and accountability, keeping them taking action consistently. Duplication. Make sure that everything that everyone that you take on is replicating this entire process. And then it goes straight back to entry. So you can see how your business just gets bigger and bigger and bigger because everybody's doing the same things. So shall we have a quick look at the system itself? And I'm going to show you some aspects of it. And then we'll delve a little bit deeper into just a couple of the features and benefits. Remember, if you're thinking, yeah, this is absolutely for me, you can go and get this any time you like. And again, I can see a couple of people, so like Melanie, hi Melanie, who's on the call, who have their own systems. Things like the advertising, it's open now, you're good to go with that sort of thing. So let's, I'm going to share my screen. And let's give you the first look at the Networxx platform. So this is quite exciting. World premiere. Okay, so fingers crossed this works. Okay, so as it did before, it sits there on your phone screen and We can open straight up, and here we are within Networxx. Now, when I first said this is about only speaking to people who are interested in your business, we can see in prospects. These are all the people that have come in through here. I can see exactly when they came in, every single question they asked. Let's have a look at Melanie, who's on the call, and we can see that Melanie came through, contacts, phone numbers, what they're interested in. Let's just someone who's clearly made up. Extra internet points if you can tell me which comedy series this person's from, Clem Fandango. Right, so when they want phone call, phone number, interested in the business, yes. They're in this motivation for changes, holidays and travel, $1,000 a month would make all the difference, and they're working full time. So I know all of this information about this person. So I only speak to people who've gone through and told me all of this information. Let's go back to the home screen. They don't know how to get people in. So let's have a look at training first of all. Now, inside this training library, we have a full training system of how to use the Diva system. So Networxx is part of our Diva system, digital virtual assistant. And Ollie's done tons of videos in there. And it goes into a lot of depth, if you want to, about every single different aspect. We also have, and these are absolutely brand new, we've only just put these in. Look at all this exclusive training. You won't find this anywhere else, apart from on our systems from Fraser. So we can go into any of these. There he is. Hey, it's Fraser Brooks, live from Dubai himself. So we can look at all of those. Talking of generating leads, we have our team co-ops. I'm going to come back to this one in a second. These are a big one, and that's advertising. That's professional paid advertising that we would do on your behalf. Then the organic networking. So we have basically a digital business card. You can create a link for it, a QR code. It looks like this when people go to it. Now, compared to a landing page, so a sales page, these sorts of things, average sales page converts around 2%. A really, really good sales page converts about 10%. Using this sort of system where we've got this digital business card and going into these bot flows, these convert somewhere between 35 to 70% compared to a landing page where we're going to get somebody to commit. Right, I'm going to stop sharing this now and just let's talk for a second about paid advertising. So a big part of this and a lot of the reasons people get into this is for paid advertising. And we've all lost money or lost ad accounts with paid advertising over time and got it wrong. And what we offer here is to do professional paid advertising for you. Now, sometimes it's over Facebook, and we're actually just launching now to launch Google ads. And the reason we're looking to do Google ads, and that will be the first campaign that we do through Networxx, is because we feel it's more important to qualify people further and do things that we can't do on Facebook. So let people know that they're getting involved in a network marketing business. Make sure that they've got money. Really take it to the next step with regards to the sort of things we can ask them, because more and more we find that a cheap lead is not necessarily a good lead. So if you were getting leads for, say, $10, but you were speaking to, so let's say you got 10 leads for $10 each and you managed to speak to 4 of them, that's a lot better than getting 100 leads for $1 each and just not speaking to any of them, or they're really poor quality, or they're all unemployed and don't have any money and think it's a job. So we're actually looking at a better quality of lead, and that actually costs a little bit more. So that's why we're looking down that route, because we've seen time and time again now that cheap leads don't make a good lead. So we're looking for a better quality of lead via Google ads with this next campaign. So I'd be interested to know what other people's thoughts are with regards to that experience with advertising, and their thoughts with regards to quality versus quantity when it comes to leads. And again, this is an ongoing process with Google advertising, probably YouTube advertising, possibly LinkedIn advertising as well. So we will eventually be advertising over Facebook, Google, YouTube, and LinkedIn through these platforms. And as the ads go on, they get better quality. Do we have any questions so far? Because I'm kind of firing through this. So
John,
Simon.
I've got a question.
Yes.
So who's designing the advertisement? Have you got copies of them?
Yeah, we're working with an external team who specialize. So me personally, I'm really good at Facebook ads. Google ads aren't my thing, and these things are so complex that it's better to bring in specialists in certain different things. So we'll bring in specialists. Let's say we wanted to do a foreign language ad, we would bring in a specialist in that country to work on that advert.
With your advert, are you allowed and are you capable of actually mentioning specifically an amount of money?
Yes, we could do. I mean, this is a generic campaign, so it would be more a case of do you have money to invest, or making sure people have money to invest.
Okay, so you couldn't put something like this one really works, earning around £1,000 a month, part-stroke full-time. So
no, we can do. The benefit of not advertising on Facebook and advertising on Google is that you can say all of that stuff, and we've worked together on campaigns before, that all of the stuff you can't say, like network marketing, work from home, home-based opportunity, anything with regards to earnings, you can say on Google. And I think it's also really important to say this is not a job offer.
Yeah.
Which again, with some of the vagaries of Facebook adverts, that's something that you can come up against as well. So it is really just more in line with making sure that the people you speak to, you're not wasting your time on.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any other questions from here or in the Facebook group, if Ollie can see any?
There's none in the Facebook group.
Okay.
Just people saying hi.
Just people say hi to everyone in the Facebook group. Okay. Right. I'm just going to jump back to the original presentation then. And
John, I've got to jump on a training with my group. So can you send me over the recording?
I certainly will do. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you, Simon.
I'm going to stay on as long as I can. I've got about another 6 minutes.
Okay. Lovely. Right. So let's just review what Networxx is. It's a full marketing and prospecting accountability system, and it's built specifically for network marketing professionals. We only work with network marketing pros. We work with guys like Simon. We work with Fraser. We work with Eric Warray. We work with large teams. We get taken on at corporate level. We're just off to Dubai next week to present at a large event. This is all we do. This is all we specialize in. And it's the full system. That snowball funnel is more or less every single bit of it. There are platforms out there that will do part of it. They will do some of the education side of it. I've not seen anything which does DMO properly. There are things which are kind of tracking prospects. We think what we've got here is the full package. It's set up so that anyone within your team and organization can have this up and running in a couple of minutes with no knowledge of technical systems, platforms, anything. Right conversation, right person, right time. It's avoiding that negativity. It's avoiding wasting your time. It's pre-qualifying people who go through those flows and only speak to people who say, yes, I want to know more, or yes, I've got some money. The fortune is in the follow-ups. It's following up for you. You don't need to worry about that. By all means, go and do yours, but we will constantly follow up on your behalf and prompt people to re-engage back into having a conversation about your opportunity, or maybe your product if you want to divert them that way. Learning from the best. Surely there aren't many other people out there better than Fraser about getting people energized, getting them taking action, getting them to get the right message out there and be a professional network marketer. And that exclusive training is there for you. Keeping everyone accountable. So those people who join your team and then you speak to them a week later and they say, how have you got on? Oh, this doesn't work. This business is rubbish. What have you done? Nothing. You know exactly what everybody is doing. Once we've done this, I can go back and show you this. It's basically adding in the various elements, the 4 elements of DMO. There's a league table. So you can see what everybody else has done. And surprisingly, the people at the top of that league table are the people who are going to be the most successful because they are taking consistent action. So you can send your DMO to your designated accountability partner or upline, or you can send it to somebody else. So it's not a case of writing it down and screenshotting it or typing it in notes. It's all there, ready to share and to be put up on a league table, so it's gamified. The team advertising co-op, that's a big one. That's what a lot of people get into this. If you're in a position where you're looking to expand quickly, join into one of these regular team advertising co-ops. Professional advertisers like myself, other agencies are going to take all of that hassle and fear out of advertising for you and deliver leads straight into your network system. Tracking everything in one place. So you can see there where we've got the prospects, I can see what everybody has done. I can see all of the answers they've given. I've got all their details and I can then just go to them and have that conversation. So let's say Ollie had joined my team. He's gone through the process. He said he wants to call this afternoon. I'll give him a call. I can WhatsApp him or whatever. Give him a call and say, right, Ollie, tell me again why you want to do this. It doesn't have to be a sales pitch because he's already told me his current situation and why he wants to change and how much money it's going to take to do that and that he wants to know more about the business. So my sales pitch is now more like a sales pitch should be, that I'm sitting and listening. I'm asking the questions. So why do you want to do this again, Ollie? Why do you want to get involved in this opportunity? By knowing this information, your prospects are selling the opportunity to themselves. So it's very difficult for them to say, when you go, okay, well, shall we do it? It's difficult for them to say, no. Simon.
I've got to go, John. Take care. Have a good
Thanks
one.
very much.
Appreciate it.
See you
Cheers.
soon. Okay. That is the end of the presentation. Is there anything that you would like me to delve deeper into when Networxx is going to launch, Veronique? It is live now. If you go to superstarbots.com/Networxx, remember that is not with a K, it's with a double X, as in the name on the group, NETWORXX. I don't know whether somebody can drop a link into this chat or the Facebook group. Questions on here. Cost and options. Right, so this is going to cost. Now, bear in mind, if you wanted us to build a system like this for you, this is a $20,000 system that we're talking about. Fortunately for you, this is $20.99. So you can get involved and use all of this organically for $20.99 per month. There is no contract with that. So if it's not for you, don't worry about it. That's absolutely fine. Advertising is additional. So if you want to get involved in advertising, because let's face it, it's not for everybody. If you're brand new to the business and just need something to help you manage everything, perfect. If you're at a point where you know your business, you're starting to earn some money and you want to get involved in advertising but don't know how to do that, then you can get involved. Now, we start advertising co-ops at $135 US. That's for 2 shares. And the reason we set it at that is because, I was talking before about quantity versus quality. And realistically, we feel that if you don't want to invest, if you only want to invest kind of $50 into advertising, it's not enough really to get a decent number of leads. The leads actually are $65 each. So it starts off at 2 shares at $135, and then you can add on shares in those sort of increments. the amount of shares you have does not affect the amount of leads you get per share. It's totally fair. So everybody will get more or less the same number of leads per share they buy. So let's say I've got 2 shares and Ollie's got 3 shares. Each of my 2 shares might bring in 5 leads. The same will be exactly the same for Ollie. Steph's saying it's a brilliant system. It takes the hassle and time constraints out of paid advertising by having the experts do it for you, and keeps the lead management streamlined and simple at low cost. I've recruited a number of people through Diva this year. I would highly recommend using it as part of a recruitment strategy. So thanks very much, Steph. And Steph, to be fair, is really, really good at following up. She's really, when she gets a lead, she's great at working with that lead and, you know, responding to it quickly and not being spammy. And she does very, very well with it. So thank you very much for that.
I'm just getting the link.
I'm going to put it in here. I'll try and type it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I've just dropped that into the, so I've just done that direct, actually. I'll have to do it to everyone. So this is, if you're in the Zoom meeting, it's dropping into the link now, superstarbots.com/Networxx. That's NETWORXX. And you can join there. You can buy into the advertising co-op right now. One thing I will say with this, although it's fair with regards to leads, the first person to buy shares is the first person to get leads. It should work out pretty much straight in the end, though. Do we have any questions from the Facebook group who I can't see?
No.
So to recap then, to subscribe to this, it's $20.99 per month. You can get involved with the advertising at an extra cost if you want to. You can hang fire for a few weeks and join in the next one if you want to. It's entirely up to you. The system is there. DMO is really, really powerful. Maybe I'll just kind of show you what the DMO looks like, because that's quite cool. So the DMO, again, because we're very close with Fraser, it comes from his teachings, if you like. And if we go back into the system here and have a look at DMO, we have certain things in here. We've got gratitude journal. So if that's something that you do, you can type in what you're grateful for, and it will keep a record of that. So DMO today. So I can have how many find ad messages did you complete today? And I've done 7 today. Been a bit busy. How many ask the question did you complete today? I've done 8 of those. How many follow-ups did you do today? So again, simple things, simple action taking produces results. It's not rocket science. How many follow-ups did I do? Let's say I've done 9 of those. And productivity, well, I'm still working now, so let's go 10 because it's been a busy old day. So I can save my DMO. Now look at down the bottom as well what I can do. When I've registered with this, I've said my accountability partner is Simon, who's on our team. So I can send my DMO to Simon. And there you go. It's just filled in on the WhatsApp. There's none of this typing it all out. It's just filled it all in. And there you go. I've sent my DMO to my accountability partner. It's that simple. I could send it to somebody else if I wanted to. Going back to see what else there is. And we have weekly summary, which is what you've done so far in a week. These run Friday to Friday, but then the weekly leaderboard, so there's nowhere to hide. And you can see so far, that's just a massive lie, Ollie Burgess.
There's nowhere to hide, John.
I feel like I'm letting the team down on the weekly leaderboard. So there we go. You can see, obviously you're highlighted in yellow, but you can see exactly who is taking the most action. So really, really important if you want your team doing this. The fact it's gamified is perhaps going to prompt them to be taking action, or let's hope so anyway. Do we have any more questions? If not, I'm just going to copy and paste the link from somewhere else.
I was just about to do that, but I'll send it to you, John.
All right, okay.
I'll
Well,
send-
can you type it in the chat?
Yeah, I will. Hang on.
And also into the Facebook group chat. Do we have any more questions? Otherwise, for the first time ever, I'm going to have finished a meeting roughly around the time I said I was going to finish it.
Oh, I can't copy this link. Bear with me. It won't copy. I'll send it to you. I'll send it across to
Okay,
you.
sorry.
Hang on.
There we go. Links in there.
Hang on, it's this one, John. Coming across to you now. It's that one that's come across to you.
Oh, I was sending people to the Superstar Bots page to register.
Yeah, this one goes directly into Networxx.
Okay, let me type this one in. So if you want a direct link to Networxx, 1 second, and I will grab that. Marco saying, is that working for Italy too? The language at the moment is English. We do have an option to translate, but we would need enough people from that country to want that other language. So if it's like 1 or 2 people, it's probably not something we would do right now. But if you've got a team of people who want to get involved with that, then you can do. Thanks, Marco. So the link is in there. I'm going to. Okay, have you put it on Facebook, Ollie?
I have. Yep.
Okay.
All on there.
Okay, right. Any questions? By all means, join us in the Facebook group, or you probably can reach out to myself or Ollie personally on Instagram, Chat Marketer, on the Facebook group, on Facebook itself, via the Networxx page. Loads of ways to contact us. I hope you absolutely love it. I hope it really grows your business. The guys who have their own systems who are tapping into this, really excited to see where your systems go. But apart from that, any other questions, drop them in the comments, and we will look forward to working with you all soon.